Hello everyone, this is Pauk's Fashion Workshop. I remind you that we post new videos every day. Today we continue working with the Chanel style jacket. Natalie is doubling the facing details with the interfacing material. I remind you that Natalie is showing you how to double the facing details with the interfacing material. When she finishes doing it, she'll trim the edges to attach the facing to the lining. We'll trim the edges off the camera. Natalie, move the details aside. Have a look at the way Natalie pins the side seams. The seams should be 1 cm wide. Natalie is going to show you how to stitch them. The seams and the details should match. It's okay if they don't, but it's much better for them to do so. I remind you that Natalie is stitching the side seams. The width of the seam should be 1 cm. Notice how Natalie controls the process with the seam ripper. This technique is very useful and convenient. Work slowly and attentively. Make sure that the polyester bedding doesn't get stuck in the foot. Be very attentive. Notice that Natalie has to lower the polyester bedding for stitching it. I'm almost sure that there are some special sewing feet for stitching the polyester bedding. We don't have them in my fashion house because we don't usually work with the polyester bedding. Natalie has pinned the horizontal seams together for them to match after stitching. The first side seam is ready. We'll stitch the second one off the camera. We're stitching the base of the jacket. The shoulders and the sleeves should be stitched after attaching the lining and the facing details. Next, we can start stitching the lining details together. First, we need to stitch the facing to the lining. Natalie is pinning the details. We can start stitching now. Be very careful and attentive. Make sure that you work accurately. Stitch as much as you add. Learn to work with the seam extensions accurately. This rule is very simple. We'll stitch the second detail off the camera. We stitch the facing details to the lining. We're not going to iron the seams now. We'll do it when we finish stitching the side seams. We're stitching the side seams in the lining. We'll do it off the camera. Natalie is ironing this lining. The side seams. Have a look at the table. This is the base of the jacket. It's laid on the table face up. Next, we need to lay the lining on the main fabric face down. That means that the detail should be pinned face to face. Pin the facing details first. Pin the second side the same way. We don't need to check if the details are even, because we know for sure that they are. When you pin the facing details, you can move on to sewing the machine to start stitching. We're showing you everything so thoroughly for you to see everything clearly and not to have any questions left. We're stitching the facing to the main fabric. The width of the seam is 7 millimeters. Notice that we're stitching from the facing side. It's very hard to stitch the polyester pattern. Don't make too small stitches. They should be about 2.5 or 3 millimeters long. If you make too small stitches, you'll stretch the fabric. We stitch the facing to the main fabric. Next, we'll stitch the second side off the camera. Have a close look here. Natalie is cutting the extra pieces of the polyester pattern from the seams. We need to do it for the seams to be soft and thin. This is how the jacket looks like now from the wrong side. Have a close look at the details. Natalie, show them the right side. This is how the lining looks like now. Next, we need to top stitch the facing. It's usually done from the facing side, but we're going to do it from the right side this time. We need to do it for the seam not to be seen. We also want the facing to be slightly seen from the right side. It will look very beautiful. This is why the top stitching should be done this way. Don't hurry, work slowly and attentively. The jacket should be very beautiful. When we finish stitching, we'll iron the seams. They will be strong for us to attach buttons or fasteners there. Anyway, now we just need to top stitch the seam. We're stitching the seam close to the wrong side of the main fabric.
под низом в ту сторону, по которой мы строчим.
Natalie has almost finished ironing the facing. Have a look at the jacket once again. We stitched the jacket base, both the main fabric and the lining. There will be fasteners attached here. They will make the edge even stronger. Due to the fact that we top stitched the seam from the right side, the facing is seen this way. I think that this technique is pretty convenient. Next time we'll show you how to stitch the shoulders. After that, we'll move on to making the collar. That's all for today. Be different and beautiful. My name is Paukšte Irina. Subscribe to my channel, write comments, share videos. I would really appreciate your support. Thank you. Goodbye.